I've been looking for someone for a long time. I didn't know her name or where she lived. I'd never seen her before. Now I know your name, where you live, and how you look.
The poet of The Romantic Loner went by the name of Nicholas Ray, a man I knew for 25 years, a director whose work lives as a smokescreen canvas for the lonely, restless-hearted outsiders of life. His characters stumble in the dark of a world that let them down. As they wish for their own strength and salvation, the world spins and they resign to a fate made of their own instinctive, often desperate acts. Rebel Without a Cause, 1955. I played Goon, one of the kids who made trouble for James Dean. I was 18 years old. Nick Ray had hired me for my first role in the movies, but it seemed to me James Dean directed that film. He had so much input in his character and his lines, even deciding how a scene would be shot. What I overlooked at the time was that Nick Ray made it possible. He gave Dean the freedom he needed.
Every time you can't face yourself, you blame it on me.
That is not true.
You say it's because of me, you say it's because of the neighborhood.
No.
You use every other phony excuse. Mom, I want to do something right. And I don't want you to run away from me again.
Nick was ahead of his time. He was intelligent enough to let the creative forces work, to guide them, to look past the script. That's one of Nick's famous quotes. It's never all in the script. If it were, why make the movie?
Go ahead, brub. Squeeze harder. You love her, and she's deceived you. You hate her patronizing attitude. She looks down on you. You squeeze harder. Harder. Squeeze harder. It's wonderful to feel her throat crush under your arm. Stop it! I didn't hurt you, did I?
No.
Ray's films at their best are strikingly stylized, intensely paced blues ballads, torn out of a romantic American vision, tainted with confusion, alienation, and violence.
Why do you make me do it? You know you're gonna talk. I'm gonna make you talk. I always make you punks talk. Why do you do it? Why? Why?
In his very first film, Ray forged his own distinct cinematic style. His camera was the nervous, unstable observer, following the beautiful losers against the tapestry of a society that rejects them.
I'm gonna have our baby. No matter what, I'm gonna have it.
That's right. Just have to take his chances. Same as us.
I didn't see Nick for years after Rebel. By the mid-60s, he couldn't get a job directing. He borrowed money from me at the Cannes Film Festival, the year my film Easy Rider was there. Later, he showed up at my house in New Mexico and stayed 5 months. He ran up my phone bill for thousands of dollars, trying to raise money for a movie of his own. He finally left to take a job teaching film in upstate New York. I went there to see him. Just like always, Nick was intense with a cigarette dangling out of his mouth. He looked worried, like somebody you wouldn't want to interrupt. I knew Nick to be a gambler, a womanizer, a brooding, soul-searching man. Nick was also an inspiration. Jean-Luc Godard once said, "Nicholas Ray is cinema." Nick himself said, "I'm the best damn filmmaker in the world who has never made one entirely good, entirely satisfactory film."
Lady, the world's full of prizes. Every fellow likes to take a shot at him. If he misses, fine. At least he tried.
You tried? What did you win?
I made 1,000 bartenders rich in my time. I've thrown away the down payment for a dozen spreads of my own over a crap table. I had 18 great years, all by myself.
Ray and his films speak to the vulnerable and sympathetic corners of the soul. They lean on anyone who's ever felt lonely, with 2 strikes against them in a world they can't understand. It doesn't matter what I think about Nick Ray. A filmmaker's work should speak for itself. Nick's films spoke for him. And that's enough. For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Dennis Hopper.